Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is the long-awaited video, what do I eat in a day? I have had so many requests for this video, so today I'm going to share with you all the things I eat. If you are wondering why it's taken me so long to make this video, it is because I just have not decided on a specific diet. It's been hard for me to figure out what exactly to eat, and if you've been here before, you know my story. I have several chronic illnesses. I have Hashimotos disease, PCOS, SIBO, Endometriosis, PCOS, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, so many things going on inside my body that it's hard to know what to eat. I pretty much get sick every time I eat. Everything I eat gives me a stomach ache. And really my big thing right now is just trying to figure out what the best thing to eat for an autoimmune disease, because I think that's going to be my best bet in solving for a lot of my symptoms. So I am now slowly transitioning to an AIP Paleo diet. And it's not a very easy diet. If you don't know what the AIP Paleo diet is, I will do some videos specifically on the AIP Paleo diet. But basically it is paleo, meaning no grains, no dairy. And then it also takes out some foods that aggravate autoimmune diseases. So AIP, I should mention, stands for Autoimmune Protocol Diet. So it's made for people with autoimmune diseases. And some of the things that aggravate it are things like nuts and legumes, as well as nightshades, which are in peppers and tomatoes and things like that. So it is very restrictive diet. There's not a lot you can eat. I've been on a similar diet before. I did the SIBO paleo diet, which is basically the low FODMAP diet, which takes out highly fermentable foods like onions, garlic, broccoli, cauliflower, things like that. And then it's also paleo. So I did a very strict diet before, and honestly it was miserable. I think this one will be a little bit better because I can have a little more hearty vegetables like broccoli, and you can have sweet potatoes. So I'm going to try this diet, and as you can see, I am slowly transitioning. I'm not all the way there yet, so I will happily do another what I eat in a day video once I am officially transitioned over to an AIP Paleo diet, or if I decide to, not do strict AIP Paleo and something else, I will keep you guys updated on that. But right now I am close to an AIP Paleo diet. We're getting there. The hardest thing for me about a paleo diet is that you don't get full. I am just always hungry when I eat paleo. So a few things that I have tried to do that have kind of helped me not be so hungry all the time is one, of course, to have bigger portions, but I actually like to eat a meal and then maybe a couple hours later reheat and have a little bit more of that same meal. That seems to help me a lot rather than eating one big meal at once, because my body does not digest food very easily, and so I do better with small meals. So I'll eat the same thing twice in a row in a day, which you will see. And then another thing I like to do is I started eating later for my breakfast. I used to eat first thing in the morning. I wake up around 5:30 every day, and so I used to eat right when I woke up, and I was nursing at the time, and so it was really hard for me not to eat because I'd be so hungry, and that's why I wasn't really eating on a paleo diet while I was nursing, is because I was just hungry all the time and I needed something quick and easy, especially in middle of the night feedings. So I wasn't very good at it, and that's why I kind of threw off the bandwagon, but I have been doing better. And one thing since I stopped nursing is that I wait until around 9 o'clock in the morning to eat, kind of like an intermittent fasting type thing, but it just helps me because if I don't start my body eating until 9, then I have like 3.5 hours less time during the day where I'm trying to find things to eat. And so I'm still transitioning to that right now. Oh, it is 9 o'clock right now, so I did make it today, but some days I only make it till about 8:30, but I am getting really close to getting every day at 9 a.m. And if this is working well, I might even push it back even further, because it helps me, I think, 2 reasons. One, my stomach has some time off during the night, an extra long time of kind of that intermittent fasting phase, and also because then I am not so hungry all throughout the day. I have less time to be hungry, if that makes sense. And another thing that really helps me keep myself more full is to cook with a lot of olive oil. That's one of the few oils that I can really use. So avocado and olive oil are 2 things that I use. So really getting a lot of those fats, because on an AIP paleo diet you can't have nuts, which is really hard to get those extra fats in. So I try to have a lot of fat because that keeps me full longer. So those are some of my tips as to how you can not be so hungry while you're on a paleo diet. But let's get to what I actually eat. I'm gonna share that with you today. So first is breakfast. It is 9 a.m. so I'm going to have breakfast. And man, this intro is gonna be really long, but there's just so many things I need to tell you. So for breakfast lately, I have been having sweet potatoes, and I'm gonna share with you how I eat those and why they are so easy and quick for me to make. I am very lazy. I don't like to sit and cook. Actually, I kind of hate cooking. So you'll see that for dinner, I like to chop up my vegetables and get things ready a few hours before dinner because I never really want to make dinner and then I end up eating something crappy that I don't want to make. So making it ahead of time really helps. I don't like to make it too far ahead of time. Like I don't make it days before because then it kind of gets rid of all those nutrients that are in the vegetables. And so I just a few hours before I'll cut up my vegetables. And same thing with my lunch and my breakfast. I like to make them ahead of time. And one of the things that I've been doing is I like to freeze things. So I found a lot of things that are easily frozen. We love to freeze cooked meat. So I will cook up a bunch of grilled chicken. I'll just grill up the whole grill full of chicken. And I do this every single time I grill chicken, is that I go to Sam's Club, and I do have coming up, by the way, a grocery haul video that I will be sharing with you as well. Just kind of share with you what I get from the grocery store. But I will go to Sam's Club and I'll get a huge thing of chicken. And I like to get the kind that have no hormones or artificial things in them, steroids, all of that stuff. I try to get not necessarily the most expensive organic meats because I can't always afford that, but I'll just make sure it doesn't have any hormones or steroids because that I can definitely see a difference when I eat that kind of meat. So I get that, I grill it all up, and then I cut it up into little pieces, and I have all these frozen bags of chicken. So I'll do this with chicken. I also do it with burgers, like ground beef. So like just recently, a few days ago, we made a bunch of burgers. We decided we wanted to have burgers for dinner, and so we just got the huge pack from Sam's Club or Costco or wherever, and we cook up the entire pack and then we freeze it, and it defrosts so well. You can just defrost it in the microwave or in the oven, and it's super easy and quick, and it's also a good snack for me if I'm just really hungry and I want to grab something that's not going to be good for me, like a piece of toast or bread or something that's not paleo, because let's be honest, things that aren't paleo are so much faster to cook. So instead, I grab myself a little bag of chicken and I put it into individually sized portions so that I don't have to worry about how much I get out every time, because it's hard to tell when it's frozen. And then I also write the date on each bag so that I know when I froze it. Even though I usually always end up eating it pretty fast, I do always write the date just in case. And another thing that I have found that I can freeze is sweet potatoes. So what I do is I slice sweet potatoes and I cook them in the oven until they're nice and soft, and then I put them in the freezer and I freeze them into individual pieces of sweet potato, and then they are super easy when they're in that shape to put in the toaster. If you make them thick enough, they go right in the toaster and they're easy to just cook up and heat up right there real fast. So I've been doing that for breakfast. I just stick them in the toaster, or you can even just like pan fry them real fast and just heat them up that way, or in the microwave. But I found that the toaster is the easiest way to do it. So that's what I'm gonna have for breakfast today, is some sweet potatoes. Usually I will top it with a little avocado. I'm not sure if I have avocado today, but I will check and see if I do. I'm gonna top my sweet potatoes with avocado, and that is a nice, healthy paleo breakfast for you. And then as I go throughout the rest of the day, I will share with you some of the other things that I do. Sorry this intro is so long, but there's just so much information. You guys know, if you've been here before or you follow me on Instagram, I can just talk for hours and hours. So make sure you follow me on Instagram if you like to hear my voice. If you don't, you're not gonna wanna be here. But if you do, make sure you subscribe to my channel, because I love to talk about all things chronic illness, food, diet, exercise, all the things. We talk about it all here. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. cooks, which as you can see, I was actually a little extra hungry today, so I did throw a nice frozen burger, just a ground beef burger, in the oven. And so I'm just cooking it in the oven today because I was gonna have the burger as well. Sometimes I just need that extra protein to get me through my morning. So that is cooking, and I'm gonna share with you also, I did cut my hand if you saw that. I'm kind of clumsy too, you should know. Don't tell my husband because he thinks I'm not very careful when I use knives. Anyway, so I'm gonna share with you some of the snacks that I have found that are really helpful for me to keep me going throughout the day. So to be honest, I know this is not a paleo thing, but I'm having a hard time not using these. But I eat a lot of Jolly Ranchers throughout the day because I have a lot of nausea, and they just kind of help me. I have done some like organic, I don't know, I know they're still full of sugar, so at least they're not full of, I don't know, all the extra crap that are in these. But recently I've just been doing these because I've been too lazy to get the organic ones. I don't know, I just keep forgetting. Not a very good excuse, but I do eat these throughout the day just because I get so nauseous, and so I'm trying to find a better alternative for that. So if you guys have any ideas for me that are like some kind of paleo, I don't know, maybe like a ginger or something. I need to find something that will work on my diet that is not going to throw me all off by eating sugar, but can help give me a little flavor and taste in my mouth when I get that nausea. So sorry, but this is real life. I do eat these all the time. Another nice little snack is some beef jerky. So you have to be careful because some of it has a lot of extra things like soy and things that you don't want to eat on whatever diet you're on, but on the AIP Paleo diet, you don't want to eat those things. So you have to be pretty careful, but I did find this organic one that I really like, and it's a nice little snack for me when I just need something. It also keeps me full a lot longer because it is a lot of protein and fat, so those are really nice. A little thing of beef jerky. You can also make your own. I'm lazy and I should make my own. I have all the equipment to make my own, but I'm lazy, so that's something I should get working on. You guys, give me some recipes to make this on my own. Okay, these are things I've been eating recently. Again, like I said, I am slowly transitioning to an AIP Paleo diet, so there's a few things that I'm still working on finding an alternative for, but I do love these organic protein bars, and if you've watched my videos before, you may have heard me talk about them because I just love them. They don't make me sick. They do have rice protein powder and pea protein. Let's see, is there anything else? There are chocolate chips in them as well. So there's, oh, and almonds. There's a lot in here that's not on the AIP Paleo diet, but right now, this is what I'm doing until I can find a better alternative. Okay, these are a great option. They are cauliflower pretzels. They're made with, I don't even know how to say this, cassava flour? C-A-S-S-A-V-A, flour. Wow, I can't talk today. And cauliflower flour. There's a few other ingredients in here, but all of them, except it does have some tomato powder. Guys, I'm not very good at this diet, am I? But it has just like very few ingredients that are not AIP Paleo. The only thing I can see really is the tomato powder, and it's one of the last ingredients, so I don't feel too bad about it. And I don't do terrible with tomatoes, so that's one of those things that I haven't decided if I'm, my little one's coughing. I haven't decided fully if I'm gonna cut out tomatoes because I do usually do pretty good with it. But these are gluten-free, vegan. These are a good, like, nice little snack. I also do like sweet potato chips. They have those in just like the natural chip aisle, and that's probably where you find these too. I'm pretty sure these are in that same section. But yeah, these are totally gluten-free. They have nothing else, and then you can get chips that are made out of not white potatoes. There are many options at the stores of different chips, and I know like chips aren't healthy, but really, like, let's be honest, if you're dealing with a chronic illness, you know sometimes the healthier it is, the harder it is to digest. My phone's on. Okay, sorry. Had lots of distraction today in this video, but anyway, another thing I wanted to talk about is water. Make sure you're drinking so much water. In the morning, to help myself make it till 9 a.m., I usually just drink lots and lots of water. So I do let myself drink as much water as I want. And lately, I think I have been slacking on my water because my migraines have been getting worse. So I am going to focus on drinking more water. And even though I know it's not a snack, but you just need to remember to always drink water. So here is breakfast today. So we have Just a plain burger with some sweet potatoes, put a little rosemary on top, and lots of salt because I have POTS, which causes my blood not to circulate well. So we need lots of salt. So I always top everything with lots of salt. And I have my vitamins, as you can see. I will talk more about these in another video. I'm still trying them out to see if I like them. So I will let you know how I feel about the vitamins once it has been a little bit longer. But those are the ones that I am currently taking. So I went to the gym and I threw some green beans in the oven, and then I got a rotisserie chicken on Friday, and I've just kept it cut up in the fridge the past few days and just had it as snack. So this is my little after gym snack. So I cooked the green beans in avocado oil and just threw them in the oven at 400 for 20 minutes maybe?
Probably 25.
25 minutes. And then at the end, I turned the oven off and I just threw the chicken on top just to warm it up because the chicken was already cooked. Okay guys, lunchtime, typically I have leftovers if I have them from dinner the night before, but I don't have any today, so I'm gonna share with you the things that are kind of my backup if I don't have any leftovers. You saw I had like pre-lunch, which is my after gym snack, and this is like lunch number 2. But y'all, when you eat paleo, you just get hungry really fast. So I kind of have 2 lunches. So I'm gonna share what I'm eating today. So I usually just grab some kind of meat or fish, I guess, I don't know, meat different than fish. Meat or fish, and then some vegetables, and today I'm gonna top it with avocado. So that is what we're having today. All right, friends, here she is. This is what we're having for lunch today. We have cauliflower rice, shrimp, and avocado, and I topped it with this Montreal steak seasoning. And this cauliflower rice is from Sam's Club. They just come in little microwavable bags. I love having frozen things because I do like to have leftovers for lunch, but then sometimes I don't have leftovers, so I never know when I am gonna have leftovers, if that makes sense. So frozen shrimp and frozen cauliflower rice. I also have frozen salmon burgers. I don't love a lot of frozen vegetables, so I will do a little bit, but typically I like fresh vegetables. But besides that, I love to have frozen meat, and I like, if I can, cook it before and then freeze it is my favorite, as you saw earlier. All right, it is time to prep for dinner. Typically I like to prep for dinner around 2 o'clock, but because I usually get a little sick and crash around 4 or 5. So I usually try to prep it before. It's actually 3, so I'm a little bit late, but I'm still feeling okay. So hopefully we can get dinner prepped. Typically I always do vegetables and meat for dinner. That's just normally what I do. Sometimes I will change it up with something different. I do always share my dinners on my Instagram. I shouldn't say always, but most of the time I share my dinners on my Instagram stories, so make sure you're following me over there so you can see every day what I make for dinner. But typically it's just vegetables and meat. Today I'm doing balsamic chicken and vegetables, so I'm gonna show you what we make today. And here we are. Here's the finished product. Carrots, broccoli, chicken. What more do you need? How is it?
I mean, I haven't tasted it yet. This is for the baby. So I'm gonna let her taste it, make sure that it's baby approved.
And there you have it, friends. That is what I usually eat in a day. Sometimes I will have a little snack in the evening before bed. But basically dinner, veggies and meat. Breakfast, I eat almost the same thing every day. Lunch is usually either leftovers or more veggies and meat. And then you've seen my snacks of the day. So I hope this video was helpful for you. And if you have any ideas for me of more paleo meals that I could make, please leave them in the comments below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. My husband is making weird faces. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and I will see you next time.